When most people think of Finnish food, they imagine cold weather, hot coffee, and maybe some fish, but there's so much more to discover. Finland's national dishes are a reflection of its nature, culture, and deep connection to the seasons. From buttery pastries to hearty stews, strange snacks to berry-packed desserts, every bite tells a story about the country and the people who live there. In this video, I'm diving fork first into Finland's traditional foods, tasting the iconic dishes that locals grow up on, tourists often miss, and the rest of the world barely knows exist. Some are instantly comforting, others might be an acquired taste, but all of them are part of what makes Finnish cuisine so unique. So whether you're planning a trip to Finland or just curious about what's on the table up north, join me as I try every national dish one plate at a time. Breakfast in Finland isn't flashy, but it's comforting, hearty, and built to fuel long days in cold climates. It starts with something you'll see in almost every home: ruisleipä, or Finnish rye bread. Dense, dark, and sour, this isn't your average slice of toast. It's made from 100% rye flour and often topped with cheese, cucumber, or cold cuts. It's chewy, satisfying, and somehow tastes like the forest. Smells earthy, clean, and strong. Next up, karjalanpiirakka, or Karelian pasty. These thin rye pastries are filled with rice porridge and served warm with munavoi, a mix of chopped boiled eggs and butter. It might sound unusual, but it's pure comfort food. Soft, salty, creamy. It's the kind of thing you don't just eat, you remember. Alongside all this, there's always coffee. Finland drinks more coffee per person than any country in the world, and morning coffee is non-negotiable. It's usually light roast, served black, and always accompanied by quiet, because here, silence in the morning isn't awkward, it's sacred. What stands out about a Finnish breakfast isn't the complexity, but the balance. There's protein, fiber, and flavor, and everything feels intentional. No sugary cereals, no greasy fry-ups. Just food that makes sense in a place that knows how to survive long winters and embrace slow mornings. It's the kind of breakfast that doesn't rush you, it grounds you. And in Finland, that's the point. If breakfast is where Finland starts its day, soups and stews are how it warms the soul. With long winters and icy winds sweeping across the forests and lakes, hot dishes aren't just meals, they're survival. One of the most iconic is lohikeitto, a creamy salmon soup that's simple, comforting, and surprisingly elegant. Made with chunks of fresh salmon, soft potatoes, carrots, leeks, dill, and a splash of cream, it tastes like it was made beside a lake with a wood fire burning nearby. It's the kind of dish that makes you slow down, eat mindfully, and appreciate how good simple ingredients can be. Then there's lohikeitto, traditional pea soup served every Thursday across the country. Thick, green, and loaded with ham, this soup dates back to medieval times and is still eaten religiously today, often followed by a thin pancake with jam for dessert. It's one of those meals that hasn't changed in centuries and doesn't need to. But nothing says Finnish comfort food like poronkäristys, sautéed reindeer. Yes, reindeer. Thin slices of meat are fried in butter, then slowly simmered in beer or stock until tender. It's usually served with mashed potatoes and lingonberry jam, creating a perfect balance of savory, rich, and sharp. It's a dish that tastes like Lapland, rugged, wild, and absolutely unforgettable. These meals are more than just food. They're deeply cultural, rooted in history, and often connected to another Finnish ritual, the sauna. After sweating it out in the steam, it's common to enjoy light snacks like smoked sausages, dark rye crisps, or even a bowl of lohikeitto. It's part of the rhythm of Finnish life: heat, cold, quiet, and nourishment. In Finland, food isn't about excess. It's about intention. Every soup, every stew, every post-sauna bite exists because it works in the climate, in the culture, and in the way people live. Every country has dishes that confuse outsiders, and Finland is no exception. To locals, these foods are nostalgic and comforting. To visitors, they're a challenge. But that's the beauty of eating like a local. It's not about what's familiar, it's about what tells a story. And in Finland, some of the strongest stories come from the strangest bites. Let's start with salmiakki, the infamous salty licorice. To a Finn, it's a childhood classic. To almost everyone else, it tastes like punishment. Made with ammonium chloride, it delivers a shock of salt, bitterness, and sharp sweetness all at once. It's an acquired taste, and for some, never acquired at all. But ask a Finn and they'll swear by it. It's not just candy, it's a rite of passage. These dishes might not be love at first bite, but they're woven into Finnish culture, tied to memories, and carried forward by tradition. And that's what makes them worth trying. Because when you taste something that's deeply loved, even if you don't understand why, you learn something real about the people who love it. So, yes, Finland has food that might shock your taste buds. But give it a chance. Every dish tells a story, even the salty, bloody, raisin-filled ones. If the savory side of Finnish cuisine is about survival and simplicity, the sweet side is about comfort and ritual. Desserts in Finland aren't flashy or overly indulgent, they're deeply rooted in nature, tradition, and the country's obsession with coffee breaks. And it all starts with one thing: berries. Finland's forests are bursting with wild berries, and they show up in countless desserts. Vispiporo, for example, a whipped semolina porridge made with lingonberries. It's light, pink, and surprisingly refreshing, like dessert disguised as breakfast. Then there's lohikeitto, a creamy blueberry pie made with thick Finnish yogurt and wild blueberries that practically stain your fingers. It's sweet, tangy, and often served slightly warm with cream or vanilla sauce. But no dessert is more iconic than pulla, the beloved Finnish cardamom bun. Soft, golden, and gently spiced, it's the star of almost every kavitelju coffee break. Some are braided, some are swirled with cinnamon and sugar, but they all carry the same unmistakable scent. Pulla isn't just a snack, it's a feeling. The kind of thing you share with a friend on a cold afternoon, surrounded by silence and steam from a fresh cup of coffee. Speaking of coffee, Finland drinks more of it per person than any other country in the world. Light roast, black, and often bottomless. It's not about caffeine. It's about connection. Coffee breaks, known as kavitauko, are sacred moments of pause. And what's a coffee without a sweet treat to go with it? That's why bakeries are full of not just buns, but cookies, slices, and seasonal pastries like laskeaspula, sweet bun filled with jam and whipped cream served before Lent. While tradition runs deep in Finnish food, modern Finland is quietly reinventing its cuisine, blending old-world flavors with new-world creativity. In cities like Helsinki, Turku, and even smaller towns, young chefs are taking the roots of Finnish cooking and presenting them with a twist. Local, sustainable, and forward-thinking, but still unmistakably Finnish. Step into a contemporary Finnish restaurant, and you might find lohikeitto reimagined with smoked salmon foam and dill oil, or poronkäristys served deconstructed with wild herbs, fermented berries. And these dishes look like works of art. Clean, minimal, and beautifully plated, but the ingredients are still the same ones passed down through generations. Fish, root vegetables, mushrooms, game, and berries. What makes modern Finnish cuisine stand out is its respect for nature. Ingredients are often foraged, locally sourced, and prepared with little waste. You'll see dishes that feature spruce tips, sea buckthorn, birch sap, or even pine needles, elements pulled directly from Finland's forests and coasts. It's more than farm to table, it's forest to fork. Even street food has evolved. Food trucks and market stalls now serve reindeer tacos, Arctic char, bao buns, and rye-crusted pizzas topped with pickled chanterelles. These aren't gimmicks, they're creative expressions of national pride, bringing Finnish flavors into the global food conversation in a way that feels fresh, exciting, and real. And yet, amidst the innovation, the soul of Finnish food remains untouched. Modern restaurants still honor the quiet simplicity that defines the culture. They don't oversell. They let the ingredients speak. A single carrot, cooked perfectly and paired with a delicate butter sauce, can say more about Finland than a dozen complicated dishes ever could. To understand Finland today, you have to taste this blend of old and new, where grandmother's recipes meet chef-led innovation, and ancient techniques like curing, fermenting, and smoking are reborn in modern kitchens. It's proof that tradition isn't about staying the same, it's about adapting with integrity. So whether you're eating sautéed reindeer in a cabin deep in Lapland or sipping cloudberry wine with a fine dining tasting menu, you're tasting Finland, its past, its present, and its future, all in one unforgettable bite.